Ever wondered about the sheer volume of random facts that exist in the world? Welcome to our trivia treasure trove, a whirlwind tour through the intriguing, the odd, and the downright astonishing. From the mysteries of the animal kingdom to the vast expanse of the cosmos, the marvels of the human body, and the riveting tales of history, we're covering it all. Each fact, a gem waiting to reveal its sparkle. So, buckle up and prepare to have your mind blown. Did you know that a shrimp's heart is in its head? That's right. The fascinating realm of the animal kingdom is chock full of such bewildering facts. Let's dive right in. Consider the humble honeybee. Ever wonder how they communicate? They dance. Yes, indeed, bees use a series of movements known as the waggle dance to share information about the location of food sources with their hive mates. Switching gears to the world of mammals, did you know that the bat is the only mammal that's capable of sustained flight? While others can glide or leap, bats truly fly, much like our feathered friends in the bird kingdom. Speaking of birds, let's talk about the ostrich, the world's largest bird. It cannot fly, but boy can it run. With a top speed of up to 43 miles per hour, it can outrun many a predator. And those big eyes of theirs, they're bigger than their brains. Let's not forget our underwater friends. The blue whale, the largest animal to ever live, has a heart that weighs as much as an automobile. Yet, in contrast, its throat is so narrow that it can't swallow anything larger than a beach ball. And for those of you who think size matters, consider the ant. Though tiny, ants can carry up to 50 times their own body weight. That's like an average human lifting 2 cars. From the tiniest insects to the largest mammals, each creature in the animal kingdom is unique and fascinating. From the way they communicate to how they move, from their physical characteristics to their strength, every animal has its own set of astounding facts that set it apart. So the next time you see a honeybee dancing or an ostrich sprinting, remember there's more to these creatures than meets the eye. Each and every animal on this planet has a story to tell, a role to play, and a world of wonder to offer. And that's just a taste of the weird and wonderful world of animals. Let's continue our journey into the realm of trivia in the next scene. Stay tuned. Ever thought about how vast the universe is? Well, let's take a journey through the cosmos together. Space, the final frontier, is a realm of infinite wonders. For starters, our home planet Earth is just one of 8 planets orbiting a star we call the Sun. That's right, just one star among an estimated 200 billion in our Milky Way galaxy alone. In fact, if you were to count each star in the Milky Way at a rate of 1 per second, it would take you over 6,000 years to count them all. And remember, that's just in our galaxy. Scientists estimate there are about 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. That's a lot of stars. And speaking of galaxies, let's talk about the largest one we know of. Meet IC 1101. Located over 1 billion light-years away, it's about 50 times the size of our Milky Way and houses approximately 100 trillion stars. That's more stars than there are grains of sand on all the beaches on Earth. Now let's shift gears and talk about planets. The largest planet in our solar system, Jupiter, is so big that over 1,000 Earths could fit inside it. Its great red spot, a persistent high-pressure region, is so large that 3 Earths could fit inside it. But space isn't just about size, it's also about time. When we look up at the stars, we're essentially looking back in time. Due to the vast distances, the light from these stars can take years, even centuries, to reach us. So we're seeing them as they were when their light left them, not as they are now. And how about this for a mind-bender? The universe is not only expanding, but it's also doing so at an accelerating rate. This means that there are parts of the universe we will never be able to see because they're moving away from us faster than their light can reach us. And that's just scratching the surface of the infinite cosmos. Ever wondered how amazing the human body is? Well, let's delve into the intricate and awe-inspiring world of the human anatomy. Let's start with our body's building blocks, cells. Did you know that the human body is made up of around 37 trillion cells? That's more than the number of stars in the entire Milky Way galaxy. And each cell in your body carries about 2 meters of DNA. If you were to stretch out all the DNA in your body, it would reach to the sun and back not once but 66 times. Moving on to the human brain, it's a marvel of its own. It's made up of approximately 86 billion neurons. Each neuron can transmit 1,000 nerve impulses per second and make as many as tens of thousands of synaptic contacts with other neurons. It's this complex network that allows us to think, learn, remember, and experience emotions. Next, let's talk about the heart. Your heart beats around 100,000 times a day, pumping about 5 liters of blood every minute. That's enough to fill a small swimming pool in a single day. And here's a fun fact. Contrary to popular belief, the heart doesn't actually skip a beat when you sneeze. It merely changes its rhythm. Let's not forget about the largest organ of the body, the skin. It accounts for about 15% of your body weight and is constantly renewing itself. In fact, you shed around 40,000 skin cells every minute. Over the course of a year, that adds up to almost 9 pounds of dead skin cells. Lastly, the human eye can distinguish between approximately 10 million different colors. But our eyes are not just for seeing. They also play a crucial role in our body's internal clock, helping regulate sleep and wake cycles. And that's just a glimpse into the miraculous human body. Ever pondered over how crazy our history is? Let's take a whirlwind tour through the labyrinth of time, where each turn reveals an unexpected story, a surprising fact. Imagine, if you will, the pyramids of ancient Egypt. They're a sight to behold today, but did you know they were built around 4,500 years ago? That's older than the last woolly mammoth, which, believe it or not, was still around when the pyramids were being built. Next stop, the Roman Empire, a civilization known for its architectural marvels and military might. But did you know they used to flood the Colosseum for mock naval battles? Yes, you heard it right. They staged sea battles in the heart of Rome. Talk about a spectacle. Now let's jump to the Middle Ages, a time of knights and nobility. You might picture them in shining armor, but it wasn't all glitter and gold. In fact, medieval knights often had to train from the tender age of 7, and their armor could weigh up to 60 pounds. That's like carrying a medium-sized dog around all day. Fast forward to the First World War, a grim period in human history. Amid the chaos, a strange event unfolded in December 1914. On Christmas Eve, soldiers on both sides laid down their arms and celebrated Christmas together in what's known as the Christmas Truce. They sang carols, exchanged gifts, and even played a game of soccer in the no man's land. Now let's touch on some historical figures. Ever heard of Genghis Khan? The Mongolian warrior who conquered vast territories. It's said that he has so many descendants, you might be one of them. Studies suggest that about 1 in 200 men alive today are direct line descendants of Genghis Khan. And that's just a peek into the fascinating tapestry of human history. Feeling smarter yet? It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? We've covered a lot of ground in this trivia marathon, diving into the animal kingdom, exploring the cosmos, unraveling human body mysteries, and taking a journey through history. Let's take a moment to reflect on some of the highlights. Do you remember the fact about star-nosed moles? These fascinating creatures can eat worms faster than the human eye can follow. Quite a party trick, wouldn't you say? And let's not forget about our cosmic journey. We learned that a day on Venus lasts longer than a year on Earth. Talk about a long workday. Our exploration of the human body revealed some pretty impressive facts too. Like, did you know that the human body is made up of more bacteria cells than human cells? Makes you think, doesn't it? And from our journey through history, who could forget that Cleopatra lived closer in time to the invention of the iPhone than to the building of the Great Pyramid? Mind-blowing. As we wrap up our trivia marathon, it's clear to see that the world is an endlessly fascinating place. From the smallest microorganism to the vast expanse of the cosmos, there's always something new to learn, to wonder at, to be amazed by. So remember, the world is full of amazing facts. Stay curious and keep learning.